Acadiana is
Ollie Bear.
The Atchafalaya Basin is the nation's largest river swamp. It's actually larger than the Florida Everglades.
Did not know this, but preserving this nearly 1 million acres of wetlands is the mission of the Atchafalaya Basinkeeper. Al Hebert is in the basin talking about preservation and the 19th annual Save the Basin event, which is happening this Sunday right here in Lafayette. Al, what can you share?
Hey, Alex, I tell you what, this is so cool out here. I'm with Dean Wilson, who's the executive director of Atchafalaya Basinkeeper. And Dean, kind of tell us about Atchafalaya Basinkeeper. We were talking a little bit earlier. You started to save the trees, but this has kept going on and on. Tell us about what do you guys do?
You know, our cornerstone of the work that we do is monitoring and enforcement. Mm-hmm. You know, the Atchafalaya Basin have a lot of pipelines and pipeline canals, oil access canals. And the fact is that those laws, environmental laws that regulate that, don't get enforced. So we do the enforcement in the Atchafalaya Basin.
Well, you know, that's really good because, man, coming up here, man, there's like all these canals, waterways. I mean, there's just a ton of them. Are those man-made?
Most of them are man-made. And when they dig the canals, they'll put the dirt on the side. Mm-hmm. They are like levees along the canals. Those are called spoil banks. And that blocks water flows to the wetlands, affecting water quality. So anybody that's watching the show that knows the basin, they're going to be familiar with the spoil banks in the Atchafalaya Basin.
And we hear a lot about saving the wetlands. And a lot of people don't understand what that entails, but it entails the enforcement of some of the existing environmental laws. But what else do you guys do besides the enforcement?
Yeah, we also education, a lot of education. We also like challenge permits. Sometimes the Corps will give permits that are things that are detrimental to the Atchafalaya Basin, like for example, putting a dam. Mm-hmm. When you put a dam on a waterway, fish cannot migrate anymore. Fishermen cannot go to the fishing grounds. So we challenge those permits and send comments on the permits.
You know, that's good because I think a lot of us don't realize what all that entails. Great job. I tell you what they're doing out here is wonderful. This is beautiful country. Oh, almost 1 million acres. So we're going to go back to you guys in the studio. More News 15 today.
Okay, well, this next story I actually heard on Cleveland Sports Radio yesterday. It was a huge argument. Apparently, Buffalo Wild Wings is currently being sued.